Manchester Spartans, hail to thee! Hail to the black and gold, hail to victory! Fight for colors, fight for honor too! Hail to Manchester, hail to you! Manchester, Manchester, fight, fight, fight!
Coach Jensen, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Talk to us a little bit about the season as a whole, your overview of the year, and then especially that 3-game winning streak.
You know, we had our ups and downs at the beginning of the football season trying to figure out who we were. And I think we really hit our full stride towards the end of the season, and, you know, going on that winning streak just kind of solidified that thought from us coaches.
We look now back to the Anderson game right here at Manchester University. It was a cold one.
Yeah.
But you guys battled through, got the W, I believe 22-9 final score.
Yep.
Walk us through that game and the mentality that you guys had going into it, because you did already have experience beating Anderson last year and it was on the road. So what was your mentality going into this year's game?
Well, I was here when I was an assistant. We had never won the bronze ball. To win it 2 years in a row now, it has been a fantastic thing. It's a great way to send our seniors out. You know, that game, it was senior day, so there's a lot of emotion. We started a little slow, and our guys would probably tell you, you know, the focus wasn't completely on the game. It was a lot of emotion and, you know, thinking about their last game. But you know, eventually we got out of that and started playing our style football.
You talked about how you were here as an assistant and never won the bronze ball, but now 2 years in a row you have won the bronze ball as a head coach here at Manchester. What has it meant to you to get those wins so early in your career?
When I was an assistant, we didn't even know what it was. You know, we had never seen it. Actually, my last year here, we won the bronze ball. That was one of the things where it's like, okay, we worked so hard to get to this point. You know, Manchester's kind of held on to that football for a while now. And for me to continue that legacy that, you know, Coach Griffith built and start winning that game on a regular basis is just, I mean, it's a complete honor to our seniors in the right way to send them off into their next stage of their life.
Coming back from a rough patch last year, a season later, you know, you guys are 2 games over 500 and a big time turnaround. So what do the seniors mean to this program this year?
Those guys have laid the groundwork. I mean, they really bought into our shield concept, which you know is we're trying to put up more around here in the office and things like that. But this offseason, you know, we pushed those guys mentally and physically. When you look back to my first year, we lost a lot of close games in the fourth quarter. Well, this year, this senior class, with what we did with them, and they just pushed through that and said, we're not going to lose these games, we're going to win these games. And they had the confidence to go out there and the mental toughness to go out there to push through and win the game at the end. You know, whether it was on the offensive side or the defensive side, I mean, the last second field goal at Defiance, I mean, just all those different things that our seniors leading this young group, because there are a bunch of young guys on this football team, you know, those 17 seniors were the catalyst, and they led us to this winning season. To be honest with you, it's only the 8th time that Manchester has had a winning season since World War II. That just speaks volumes to our senior class and the work that they put in.
What were some things that you noticed maybe at practices or maybe early on in the seasons where you saw that senior leadership out of those players?
I think it's the relationships that they developed with, you know, those incoming guys or those sophomores, that they understood. Maybe some of those younger guys were better players than they were, but they didn't necessarily understand, you know, what we wanted from them, from the coaching staff, or what they needed to do on a Saturday to make sure that we executed things to make plays. Those guys, taking those guys under their wing and getting them to understand our philosophies and the way we do things here in Manchester, you know, just again speaks complete volumes to who they are as people.
What exactly do you anticipate for the future, and where do you see the Manchester University Spartan football program going from here?
We just continue to keep rising. We got to keep earning our shield, and with that is, you know, our coaches are out recruiting. Our guys are finishing this semester strong and looking to get into the weight room and get into that off-season conditioning and stuff here in January, and then having recruits on campus and things like that. So it's an exciting time. One of the reasons I feel like I was asked to come back to Manchester is to take us to, you know, the next level. And, you know, Coach Griffith did a great job of getting us to a certain point, and I think now with what we're doing as a program, you know, and as a university, is just taking Manchester to a next level and see where that goes.